Hello, everyone. It's Karina here with this digital storytelling video about video tools to record your digital story. There are so many options out there and combinations. It's unreal. But I want to kind of narrow it down to just a few. I've used many digital kind of video and video editing tools in my time. Hopefully these recommendations will help. First and foremost, I'm going to start with what I'm using now, and that's Zoom. Open Zoom up and press record, and your face will be on the screen. This is what we do just to start a meeting. And if we were recording a meeting, and I think the only difference is actually now I'm looking directly into the camera, so it looks like I'm looking and talking, directly at you. Whereas if I was recording and there were other people in the room, I'd probably be trying to look at them and my eyes would be a little bit all over the place. So this is a really good idea if you want to do a straight to shooting option, straight to recording option, where you're not going to use anything extra. You're literally just going to tell your story. You can use Zoom in that fashion. Another way would be to use Zoom would be to share your screen and open up for a presentation tool, for example, such as PowerPoint. And that is what I'm going to end on. Let me talk through a couple more options in the meantime. So now I'm going to share my screen, share my desktop, and what else am I going to do? Oh, yeah, so depending on the kind of laptop or PC that you have, you might actually have some embedded options, embedded applications. For example, this is Photo Booth. And in Photo Booth, you can not only take photos, and this is the photo option, and you just literally click that red button. If you wanted to take a picture that you wanted to, download and then embed into your presentation, that's a cool idea. Or if you move to the right, that becomes a video, and you just press record. It gives you the countdown, and you can just say, "Hi, it's Karina, and I'm recording in Photo Booth." It works exactly the same way as I'm using Zoom. Right? Literally just to record myself, except I don't need to open up Zoom. I can literally just open Photo Booth and talk straight to it and stop. And if you have a tool such as this, all you need to do is go to the image or the video that you want to download, and you click export. And I think you need to fill out like a name for the file, and it will and a location, and it will save it, for example, to your desktop. So that's just to show you how that works. That doesn't look like I recorded anything. I thought I recorded 15 seconds. That happens at the beginning. So yeah, Zoom, obviously, number one option. And then something, maybe you have a tool already on your computer to check that out. Apart from those, what I have used is Loom. It's free, and you can take up to 20 or make up to 25 videos, record up to 25 videos, up to a certain length. I can't remember whether it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I think 10 could be perfect for your digital story. But even if the limit was 5 minutes, you could do 2 or 3 5-minute videos, download them, and then later edit them together on another tool. What's good about Loom, it just has very basic editing options, which is all you really want, which is essentially to kind of cut and trim. I think that it also offers a transcript. You can add a transcript and you can edit that. It gives you pretty good a translation. It does a pretty good job. So that's Loom. I'm going to leave it to you to check out. And then the other one is Vimeo that I've used. And again, there's a free plan, and I'm not going to get into it. You check it out if you wish. And back in the days, I used tools like Screencastify and Screencast-O-Matic. Those are kind of older tools. I've used, Vimeo and Zoom more recently. Vimeo and Loom more recently, but also recommend Zoom. Now, before I finish up with the presentation and show you what you can do in PowerPoint, I want to go to our old friend, Canva. Like, we cannot talk about, oops, that's Instagram, talk about videos or making any kind of visuals without talking about Canva, which is an all-in-one, and you can do so many things. For example, create presentations in there and videos as well. So let's look at just a really quick example of a video of mine here in Canva. And it was actually introducing the digital storytelling month and the digital storytelling topic. And I had an idea for like a Q&A video. And I had an idea, I wrote like 5 or 6 questions. And my idea was to record to screen and to pause when the questions, I wanted to add the questions to the on screen. And I paused at that moment and then I answered the question. And again, without getting into it, you're able to kind of chop up or cut your video into bits and add in, for example, what I've got here, which is the introduction slide or the main, I don't know what you want to call it, slide, the title slide. And then if I jump over here, you can see this is where I have added an overlay of a text box and some text, and of course the logo. And then after that is when I've answered the question, blah, 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 blah. And I cut it again to then, add in the next question and so on. So that's something that you can do. Plus you can add music as well. And I think this is all available on the free option. Now I realize why I had Instagram up, because I was going to quickly show you that video. Hello everyone, it's Karina here. Hope you're doing well. I've got a number of questions in about this month's digital storytelling activities, and I wanted to give you some answers. So let's begin. So share your story with confidence is an online community. You see how it works. So let me just stop that and get to the final my final kind of suggestion, which is using a presentation tool like PowerPoint and putting all your information on there and recording yourself going through the PowerPoint itself. If you remember, we were working on a script, right? And here I have different paragraphs, like my introduction, well, kind of 2 paragraphs on the introduction. Actually, I need to edit that, it's not very good. But then I start talking about Trinidad. And if you remember, I went and had a look at those free photo websites and found some links that I could use. And then afterwards, I talk about France, and then I found more images, and then finally China. And I haven't got the images yet, but anyway, that's my script. You need your script as you work on your presentation. And then here's the presentation. Let's just open it up. Now, there are different presentation tools. You don't need to use PowerPoint, but I'm thinking they're kind of set up in the same way, and they might have different features that allow you to record. So, my idea is to put your images and text, on a presentation and record yourself as you go through it. Another way is that you could actually record your audio of you speaking, record your narration, and then add it to the slide, right? So, and then you could record the slide as you speak over it. There wouldn't be a talking head as I'm talking now. So yeah, I hope that's clear. There is that option. There are just so many options when it comes to videos. Now, I don't know what's happening, but if PowerPoint doesn't want to open, which is really annoying. Oh, it's very close to opening now. So hopefully it's coming. Oh, it's gone back. Do you see that? If you have a look at this, it's kind of going back and then forward and back, forward. Hopefully it's coming. I think I know why this happened. Oh. Okay, looks like I have to. Right, here we go. So here are the first few slides of my PowerPoint, and you can see here, I actually, let's see. I did an experiment. Is this working? That's interesting. That's not supposed to be there, so I'm just going to put that there and talk about that another time. Okay, so this is my presentation, the first 4 slides, and I wanted to say that it's a really good tool to use if you've got it, and you might have that through work. Otherwise, there are other tools out there, for example, Genially, that you could use. Let's just start here by inserting a title slide. You can see my slide 1 is a title slide, but I just wanted to show you like what Microsoft can offer you. So you can put in your title and your name, for example, on the title slide, and this would ordinarily be completely blank. It's got this color palette here because it's kind of continuing from what I've done. But if you started brand new and put in your new slide, it would be all white, and then you could click designer, that top right, and it comes up automatically with some really cool ideas. And as you can see, I took the first slide 1, and that's what I've used to create mine. But I think this is an AI tool, and it can detect and understand your text, and it's going to give you something related to the text, and you can kind of flick through and get yourself a title slide, right? So let's say I did this one, digital storytelling, digital story, that looks like it works well. And you can't really see my name that well, but it doesn't matter. And that means I'm going to right click here, new slide, but you could also do it from up there. But anyway, new slide. And you can see that it gives you some options in terms of the layout, and you can go from there. So that's just my suggestion if you're using PowerPoint, but I'm thinking other tools work in a similar way that give you the options to design the layout. So let me just delete that and delete that one as well. Very cool, but don't need it. So I've already started mine. And the other thing that I wanted to show you is how that you can use notes. If you look down here and you open it up, oops, you just make it smaller, bigger. Okay, I've got no notes on the slide 1, but on slide 2, I've got a kind of a hello and a few sentences. I've got a few more sentences for the self-introduction, part 1, and then a few more sentences for the self-introduction, part 2. So that's really handy. You could add in your notes there. When you come to, here we go. So this is slideshow. I think I clicked slideshow option, which completely opens the, let's move this back to the first. slide. So this is the first slide, and it's it's actually a video, kind of like a GIF, which is on a loop. So this is how I would start. But as you can see, I can't see my script. I would actually have to have the script separate if I wanted to read it, because it's taking up the whole screen. Let me just pause that. So I did an experiment about oh, I see. I did an experiment, and now I know how it works. And I didn't know how it worked previously. And I've got a little recording of myself here playing. I'll tell you about that in a moment, but I just wanted to show you like what the full screen looks like, and you can kind of tab through. Let me just escape. Yeah. So you can see that I've got something actually embedded here, and I found something very, very cool, but I didn't quite understand what it was. So if you can see here, it's got recording, and then it's got record slideshow. So let me just click on that and go to the first slide. So this looks really, really cool, the whole layout. You can see, you can click through your 4 slides like this, and you can actually see them all below. And you can, if I go to 1, oh, let me go to 2, and it's showing your slide. Am I correct? It's showing your slide with the correct text. Yes, I believe so. And then, so it's a little bit confusing because this is the correct text for slide 2, but it's also showing you that slide 3 is coming up next, though it kind of looks like it's slide 3 text. So I thought recording allows you to record and actually to tab through to each of them and actually record the whole presentation, because you can see there's a little square here. And I thought that was like the talking head that you have when you make a presentation, but actually it's a recording on an individual slide and not the entire, let's say 1 to 4. I can't tab through and show you, when I'm recording, show you what's on the screen. I'm literally just recording this little square to go with that particular slide. So if you, yeah, so that's, that's another way of doing it. Let me see if I can show you. So if we were here, for example, what I could do is press record, read this text, and that would be recorded and added here, as you can see. Actually, I did do this. Let's go back here. Can I press play? Welcome to my digital story. Let's get started. Oh, did it work? Does it automatically? As I said, oh, I didn't realize. It does actually, because I recorded it all in one go, and it looks like it has actually, as I've moved the slide, it's stopped, and then it starts playing again on the next slide. So, oh, I can record myself going one by one, and it will actually, let's play this. So what story am I going to tell? Begin. Perfect. So yes, you can do it like that. But then, okay, so you can click record. Oops, let's stop. Can I get that? Yeah, you click record here. And as you tab through, you can read your script, and you can just tab through and it will record everything. And then in the end, you will have this pop up and your short recording for each one, which is perfect. But how do you download that? Okay, so let me just press close. Here, next to audio, there should be an export button, but I can see that I don't have one. Does that work? If I do that, file export, does that do it? The recording? Because it says file format PDF. I'd have to just try it as an MP4. Does that work? Is that what it is? I'm going to try it. I have no idea. And just click export and see what happens. So yeah, not sure. Otherwise, you could just, you could just close your notes if you had your notes to the side. And, some people actually just, I often would open my presentation like this and not go full screen, and then actually just tab through like this, that way, and just record it that way, all in one, while recording my screen. I'm still trying to figure out how this record slideshow works. And if it is successful, and I do manage to record something onto, let me go to iCloud. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be on my desktop, isn't it? Something is being recorded, and I'll see if it is successful. And if it is successful, I will let you know. But anyway, hopefully you've had some ideas, you've got some good ideas. Let me stop sharing, and that can help you. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to add links to each of the tools. You can find, everything on YouTube, and of course you can ask me questions. So I'm going to wish you good luck, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.